Hello everybody, welcome to How to Play Like a WAP Pro. Today I'm going to be playing in the T57 Heavy tank, which I got like in the last few months. It's a very good tank, although it is hard to play due to its lack of armor and low mobility. Couple things that I want to say before we start the video real quick. You can skip ahead if you want. I have a new coaching service that I'm doing with Ferret10, from the Fines clan from the North American server. We coach people from any server, NA, EU, APAC, etc. For a fee, private coaching lessons. If you want to learn more about that, the link to the Discord will be in the description and a little description of what it's all about. So let's go over the field mods first. We've got, let's see, I go left here. I think this thing doesn't get, I mean, it gets tracked a decent amount of the time. Its tracks are big, its frontal tracks. It's up to you what you want to do here. If you're running hardening, then I probably would run like neither. You can just go on tanks.gg and see how much track health you have by rearranging the field mods and whether you have hardening, experimental hardening, etc. Parallax adjustment you should always take. I take the V range. And then this one is debatable, but it's mobility right now. If you look at this, with the field mod, it's 20 reverse speed, which is still bad. And I'm using an experimental turbo. For this reason, because of the absolutely god-awful reverse speed, I think that turbo is necessary on this tank on every loadout. I'd bring the reverse speed, and I kind of stand by that. I wouldn't pick right. I know the reload time is tempting, but trust me, the reverse speed is god-awful on this tank, so you either want to pick neither or left. If you're not running a turbo, then please pick left. And you should run a turbo, you really should. So for the last one, this is probably the most important field mod. Pick the left one because the aiming circle size after firing is extremely useful in the T57 Heavy, which has only a, I think, 2-second intra-clip or something. It helps your bloom after firing, basically. You'll be more accurate after firing, and it also gives you hit points, so it's just a no-brainer to me. The aiming speed is not worth it. So for equipment, this one is actually a little bit unique. So I'm setting this up as optimally as I could because I wanted to try hard this tank. This is the best loadout on this tank, in my opinion. It's kind of unconventional, yes, I know that. A lot of people are going to tell you to bring V-stab, turbo, hardening. I don't like that on the T57. Its gun is so atrocious when it comes to bloom. A rotation mechanism or an aiming unit are very important, just to make your shots bloom less in between firing and while on the move and whatnot, and while turning your turret. And in addition to the rotation mechanism, which you could replace with an aiming unit, I think that's fine. But like I said, I think you need to run a turbo, and I'm running experimental turbo just to help with the gun handling a little bit, because the gun handling is very important on this tank, and it's pretty poor. So V-stab, turbo of some kind, and then either aiming unit or rotation mechanism. For the other loadout, you can switch the last piece of equipment with hardening, or if you have rotation mechanism, switch it with the aiming unit. Aiming unit for maps where you think you're going to be sniping more. Although even on those maps, the rotation mechanism is still pretty good, because as you're like turning your turret to transition to a target that just got spotted, it retains a lot more. The penalty to your bloom is a lot less, so when you first snap to that target, even if you're sniping, you're going to be way more aimed in for that first shot. And yeah, that's why I do that. For ammo, this thing runs out of ammo very easily. You want to run mostly heat if you can afford it. And I run no HE because it runs out of ammo so easily. That's pretty much all I've got to say for that. I bring 8 AP on one, 4 on the other. 8 AP for like tier 8 games, because AP is better in some situations. So yeah, let me talk a little bit about how to play this tank. So this tank has bad mobility but also terrible armor, which is usually a very bad combination, because you can't rotate around to get your damage if you find like a confrontational engagement where you just have to sit on a corner and there's like a couple tanks around the corner. You don't have armor to bounce them like an IS-4 does, or a lot of other heavy tanks, so you can't trade with them really, because you'll just bleed too much in return. But at the same time, you're too slow to rotate around. So what you have to do a lot in this tank is play on a corner very patiently. I'm gonna quick cut. And just wait for your opportunity, basically. So if it's like one tank, then you can trade with them. If it's two tanks, if you see one of them fire, then you can trade with them. That's kind of how it works in this tank. So we got Pearl River. Not my favorite map usually, but this is fine because it's tier 9 and they have a lot of heavy tanks. So there's a lot of tanks that will go to the northeast, most likely, which is good. Because one of my problems with this map is the flanks are just so disconnected that if you go north and there's only like 3 tanks there, you get like 1,500 or 2,000 damage, and then you have to drive all over the map chasing damage at the end of the game, which is really annoying. Now, this tank does not have good turret armor at all. It's pretty garbage. So, if you are playing on like a ridge line or on a corner, one important thing that can help with that lack of armor is instead of just trying to peek and trade with them, a lot of the time they'll react to that by getting in cover and making it harder for you to return shots. So you, like I said, you play passive, and importantly, you try to play unlit, because if you're unlit, like below a ridge line, and then you wait for the enemy to poke up into the open before peeking yourself, then instead of just trading hull down with them, you can catch them in the open and then basically fuck them up. I'm going to come to this position to try to get some early game damage, but I got to be careful not to take damage in return. That's unlucky. Okay, that should have been 3 shots. The first shot was not an easy shot. So I'm looking at how much support we have here. It looks like we have less tanks. Looks like they also won the middle. I'm still going to stay here because we're not down so much that I think I have to run, and we also have a chieftain. But eventually, I'm thinking I might have to run through here. And again, this is the kind of situation, unless you think you have easy free penning shots, you want to be careful about poking. But this guy is kind of just suiciding, so I'm just going to clip him. That last shot was, I wasn't entirely sure where I should aim, but could have waited a second for a guaranteed pen. But the fact that this guy just kind of suicided is good, because, you know, this fight over here was pretty close, but now it's a little bit more even, so I'm not as afraid. I'm more willing to stay. I don't want to get lit, because this guy, as you can see, is kind of in the open. I might be able to just peek up and fuck him up. Oh my god, I suck. I tried to like snap to his cupola, but it was not a good snap. So right now we're winning this flank. I'm wondering whether I should push through or not. I'm thinking not. Okay, this game is a roll. I just need to get to the damage as quickly as possible. I think most of the damage is in mid. This VZ looks like he already ran. I'm gonna come up here and flank this E4 and AMX. We are losing the base. So if the M60 pushes across like this, I'm going to pre-aim that, make sure if he does that, then I can get some shots. But I'm not going to sit around waiting for him if he... Is this guy in the open? He is. Okay, we take him out. I'm going to reload insta because these guys are on the corner. I don't think they're going to back up here. Maybe they will, actually. But I think it was still worth reloading. The reload time on this thing is very short, and these guys are high HP, so I'm probably just going to get 1 clip into them. So I might as well get a full clip rather than just like 2 shots. I might not get a full clip, but maybe, hopefully 3 shots at least. I probably will get a full clip. I'm going to go for easy penning shots. Trying to... How does that bounce? Dude, are you fucking kidding me? I swear to God, this game is ass. Okay, I'm just gonna fucking... I don't even know what to tell you guys. I don't even think I aimed those shots badly. I'm gonna be completely honest. I would have to look at battle hits to see where I even fucking hit, but that is some bullshit. I should have headed back towards our base, but yeah, that's just like 3 shots that I could have gotten that I didn't. It's really pissing me off that their M4 just decided to gun block me when I wasn't even going for him. I was going for his teammate. I mean, I probably could have done something better in that situation. I'm sure I misaimed somehow, but it didn't look like it to me. Maybe on one of the cheek shots. But yeah, this should be 6k damage, but it's not, because I bounced 3. Now it's just about getting these guys. That's part of the thing with World of Tanks. You can know all the little tips and tricks, you can know all that shit, but you can always just get skill issued because you suck. Like that right there, that was kind of shit. That was kind of dumb. I'm not gonna lie. I'm thinking I should probably reload here. And I missed that too. Unfortunate. If I had reloaded, I wouldn't have gotten an opportunity to even shoot there, I don't think, so. But I wouldn't be ready to load for right now. I would be loaded right now, so it's about even. Yeah, that is very annoying. Because this would have been a pretty solid game, but now it's just like a okay game. I still have an arty left. Debating just cutting, honestly. I didn't see if they cleared K0, but I don't think they did, so I'm gonna pre-aim that. I mean, they're heading over there. That makes me think that they did clear K0, but I don't know. K0 is where arty almost always plays, so I'm gonna cut. Alright, the arty was over here, so they must have cleared K0 and I didn't see it, but yeah, I'm actually triggered right now because of those 3 bounce shots. That was absolutely horrendous. So part of the problem is, even though I have 340 heat, shooting down on an AMX M4 hull, unless you get a really good angle, is still a pen roll. So, and I wasn't at a very nice angle to make it easy to shoot down on it, so I don't know if that would have been the best shot, but I was trying to go for guaranteed pens. Let's see where those shots even fucking hit. Okay, apparently I hit his upper plate there, which is still a pen roll, but it's unlikely to pen. That one went over his thing, interesting, and that one clipped his gun mantlet by a centimeter and didn't actually, wait, oh, it hit an observational device. Anyway, whatever, it doesn't really matter. Thanks, bro. We got 5.2, which is still not a bad game. It's just it could have been so much better. And 700 spotting. Let's go next. Get Karelia, thankfully, assault. I don't like standard, especially in this tank. I only like standard mode in like sniper tanks usually. Unfortunately, I spawned on this side, which is not my preferred side for heavy tanks. Do I have my aiming unit? No, I don't. Okay, aiming unit would have actually been nice this game. So since I spawned so far away from the other side, I'm not gonna bother going over there probably. It's just too long of a drive. So what I'm looking for is, who do we have to go middle? Because I don't want to go middle myself, at least not right away, because I'm in just too slow and too easy to spot of a tank. There's a good chance I would just die or get stuck somewhere. So I want my teammates to go instead. Why can I not? My Z key isn't working. Can I type? Yeah, what the heck? Why is my Z key not working? Oh well. And I just want to get shots in the beginning, basically. Okay, I should have just killed him, I guess. I don't know, though. Yeah, I should have just killed him. I was hoping for damage on somebody else, but Win 8 kills give win 8 basically is a thing. So I'm not gonna peek this because he's probably aiming at me maybe. But if he stays there, I can get a full clip. This is where aiming it would be nice. Okay. We get 3 shots into him or something. That's not bad. Yeah, this is a good spot. If you have people going middle, this is a good spot to get early shots. But if you have no one going middle, then it's not super useful. It can still be a decent position. Because you can peek up here and spot people who are crossing like this, spot people who are crossing like this, but you can only get like 1 shot because then you're gonna get lit and fucked, basically. I'm getting ready to pull back because if I get spotted here, then people will be aimed at me, so yeah. I just ran into a rock. Hopefully I don't explode. Okay, I didn't get lit at first, thankfully. Now I'm thinking I want to go middle. Where do I want to push this? I think I want to push this. If I go middle, I have a feeling these guys are going to start bleeding before I even get there. And it looks like that's not actually going to happen, but like we have a lot of tanks here. I think these guys would get rolled before I even get to middle, because middle has shots on these guys. Can I shoot this waffle? He's dead. Yeah, they are getting rolled. So I think this was the right play to push over here. I'm more likely to get the damage. Okay, that's unlucky. I aimed those like perfectly, but I only got 2. I'm just gonna reload and go behind this E4. Hopefully he doesn't die too hard before I get there. I could shoot this guy instead if he stays lit, because I think that guy's gonna die. Hopefully he stays lit. Let's see. Is anybody there to spot him? I think so. No. Okay, that hit. I don't know whether that was worth firing or not, but I just did it anyway. We're rolling them, so basically I need to get in the fight is what that means. I'm gonna reload insta. Easy shot for me. I'm gonna cut across the middle. Shouldn't have reloaded. Should have shot that guy. It's fine. Everything is lit except the Vipera. So what my goal is right now is to drive up to where this hawk is and shoot these guys who are in the north in the back. But it's looking like they're just gonna die before I even get there, which is actually insane. I don't know how the fuck the enemy team just got rolled this hard. The reason I'm not waiting to be full aim before it fires is because I'm assuming he's just gonna die before I can even get my full clip out, and yeah, that's what happened. I'm gonna drive towards the Wheezy now, and we'll just clean up the rest of this game. Hopefully I can get something on him. A couple shots. And hopefully my blind penned. Looks like it did pen, thankfully. This is not a great game, but I mean, it's 15-2. I don't really know what to say. I did have some blinds on the char, so maybe it won't be a terrible game. Just gonna take the shortest route possible. Doesn't matter if I take damage now, I just need to get out as much damage as I can. Nice, we got out a full clip. That is fantastic. We super low rolled, but I don't care. I'm just glad that I got out 4 shots. We can ram him for 0, block him because the 57 has great armor. Did not mean to block that guy. Okay, this will turn out to be an okay game because I think we hit like 3 blinds, maybe 4, so it's not as bad as I think I initially thought. The advantage that this tank has over the 50B is it has extra HP and its interclip is way less, and it has 340 heat pen. That's the main thing. I got a lot of blinds, so that's great. Like 4 blind shots or something. And if you were wondering which I think is the better tank, I think the 57 Heavy has much higher potential than the 50B. Or maybe not much more, but a decent amount more. I think it's a better tank. I don't find it necessarily as fun to play. But as far as doing average damage, I think this tank is better. They're both hard to play tanks though. 50B is probably harder to play, but yeah, let's go next. Okay. So I was thinking about it, and honestly, even that game, I don't know if the aiming unit would have been worth it. Mostly because the tanks that I was shooting at were gonna die really quick after I started shooting at them, so I needed to start shooting early, and that's the rotation mechanism makes it so that I'm fully aimed much quicker than with an aiming unit. Although the fully aimed accuracy of the aiming unit will be better, it just means it takes much longer to unload on them. Okay, so we get Cliff, South Spawn, tier 8s, but they do have 2 arty. I'm gonna go towards the middle. I almost never go 1-2 unless I'm in like a 277, like something that's fast, which can fight for itself. Not like a leopard. I mean, not, yeah, even in a leopard 1, I usually wouldn't go there. I would go there in like a fast heavy, potentially. Even a lot of the time, then I don't go there, because a lot of time it's just a gamble, whether how many teammates are gonna go up with you versus how many enemies are gonna go up. And even if you do win it, I don't think it's even necessarily a better position than middle. So you don't even get that much out of winning it necessarily. I don't think it's bad or anything, it's just I don't prefer it. So they do have a Lynx, who I probably should be pre-aiming. Got a char crossing. It looks like they're going to win the donut. Now that's important because that means it's going to be harder to play this outside area. I'm thinking I might do it anyway because I don't think anything else besides a char crossed here. And I can bully most people on this corner. This corner is good for shooting people driving in from into the middle. Okay, now I need to back off because I'm worried I'm going to get overpeaked by 57 heavy who's just going to trade with me, or by this char. As you can see, if the char was there, it wouldn't be a huge threat because he can't overpeak on me here. It just makes it harder to escape here because if I want to escape I have to drive like this, and then that char, if he was over there, can shoot me. But our E5 is now taking the donut, which is really good for us. It'll get rid of that char who's an annoyance to our side. I'm going to pre-aim him just in case he decides to poke up. I kind of want to play the middle now. I'm hoping our E5 will push, although I don't think he actually can, because the 60 DP might just turn and push up at him. They could take the high ramp right now, which is not something I was paying attention to. If a 57 heavy poked up there at the wrong time, that could have been bad. I do have 2 arty. I didn't get lit there, so I don't have to worry about the arty right now, but for now I'm just going to play the ramp. It's a very passive location. If you are playing the ramp, what you need to watch out for is people flanking around the 0 line, and if they have donut, because then you can get stuck here and shot in the back. So right now they have like 3 unlit TDs. I could go for a blind on this. I think I will. Okay, that misses. I don't really want to waste any more than that on that. I'm tempted to peek up here and shoot people who are up here, but it's kind of risky. So I'm going to wait a second. Okay, I'm not going to do it now. The 57 is there. I'm worried that my team is going to win the game without me right now, because we won the 9 line and we're winning the donut, it seems like. Which is not a good combo, because then the enemies tend to start just falling after that. I'm gonna go up the ramp now. There isn't any threat to shooting me from the donut or whatever, so it's fine. They have 2 unlit TDs. I almost want their TDs at A5 to shoot me just so I know where they are. Fucking hate arty, man. I don't know if they have anybody at A5, or if they do, they're just blind and do not see me. Okay, I got a plan. I'm gonna try to surprise this guy. I want to get him lit first, in case I was still lit by the patent. It'd be ideal if I had 4 shots, but I don't. So I'm just gonna do it with 3. I'm just gonna go wide on this guy and see if I can catch him. I'm okay trading that because the game is ending. Like, we're gonna win this game. I mean, it's not the best trade or anything for sure, but at this point in the game, I'm willing to sacrifice some HP. They have 2 unlit TDs, that's it. I just don't know if they're at A5 or not. If I could clear the middle, that would be great. The problem is these arties are still going to shoot at me because they hate me if I get spotted in this area here. Okay, there's one of their TDs. They have max 1 TD A5. If I can kill the Skoda, then I could potentially do something. Although it would be risky. Didn't get lit, that's interesting. Considering they just won the 9-0, Hill would not be a bad spot to be in right now. As long as my team isn't just killing everything, I can play passive. And they are not killing everything, so I can play passive. I'd like to make it up the hill, but I don't want to risk it if I can't. Like, if the patent is still there, then it's kind of risky. Might waste another shot or 2 on this, and then just reload. Yeah, I hit something. Hit something again. And I miss. Okay, 2 shots though. They can start getting to this position here, and this is a position over here which you need to be careful of when you're playing ramp. So for now I'm just going to chill. I don't think I can get up the hill because I know they have someone A5 now, and the 48 patent will be shooting at me, and probably the worst part is the arties will focus me because no one else on my team is lit right now. So they'll definitely be shooting at me. They don't have great shots on me right here, but I'll kind of just be sitting there, and I won't be able to make it up the next part of the... I won't be able to make it across this gap easily without bleeding, and I'm only on 1100 HP, so... Could blind this guy again. I'm gonna wait though, because no one is spotting if these guys will be coming up, so maybe they'll just come up or something, and then I can kill them or shoot them. Probably not, but it's also unlikely that he's gonna be peeking the same exact spot on A5. Okay, he knocked over a tree there. He could be over here. He should be like a one-shot. I think I'm just gonna chill for now. Maybe I can spot for our arty, but I don't want to get shot in return either. I could push the 9 line, but I'm worried their 57 heavy will be over there. I didn't think about that until now, but I could. I just don't think it's good, because I'll just be facing them head on. I'm not that high of HP. And if the 57 heavy is there, then it's a bad situation. And even if I make it to like this location here, where I can shoot these guys in the back, the arty is going to be double tapping me. It's a problem. Which is not good. I want to just poke this and see if he's here. Let me see if I get lit. I don't. Maybe that means I can take the hill. Let me double check if he's there. Okay, I'm not getting lit. I'm gonna try to go up, at least to the high ramp. I don't think I need to take the hill at this point. My team is pushing down the 9-0. They might spot A5. I'm wondering if I should peek on this patent. Probably I shouldn't. Let me wait for their arty to fire. Okay, here he is. You can't be serious right now, can you? I just bounced off his engine deck because it was over 85 degrees angled. It's extremely unlucky. But at least we got the timing where he was crossing for some reason. I'm not going to peek until I'm fully loaded, which should be kind of, you know, obvious. You don't want to scare them off or whatever. Could go behind this 57 heavy, but I think it's probably a dumb idea for now. Our STB is kind of getting low HP. He should die to the arty eventually, and at that point then I don't want to be over peeking for the 57 because I'll kind of just get caught out. I'm gonna go up the hill, get a different angle on this pattern, get a different angle on A5, and maybe spot this area where the lynx is. I'm thinking we're gonna win pretty soon though, so I'm kind of rethinking whether I want to overpeak the 57. I think I can trade some HP right now, potentially. It's just a ship pack up there, so he won't like one-shot me like an ISU would. Let me see. Okay, he's right there. Never mind, he's not. I'm just gonna reload and YOLO this guy. YOLO like this if he dies. If he doesn't die, I'll just go for him. He might die. But I want to make it to the 1-2 because that's where most of the remaining tanks are, and I want to get shots on A5 and spot it from a location I'll show you soon. So if you come over here, like in this area, then you can spot A5 and shoot them. He's probably a one-shot, whoever's at A5. Could have loaded AP at this point as well, by the way, but I didn't. I have enough HP now that I don't really care if I get spotted. Damn, I didn't get any of either because I'm slow in the head. I'm not going to kill him because I want more damage, not kills. I should not have come down this way. I'm dead. Oh my god. Okay, I just assumed there was a way to jump down from here, but there isn't. I needed to go like this. Down this way. But apparently there's a spot here where there's just a giant cliff and you can't do anything. I don't think I missed out on that much damage though. They died so fast there in the end. Might not have gotten any shots anyway, because this Kari was kind of behind buildings. Should have a couple blind shots, so it wasn't necessarily a bad game. I think the move up to the hill was maybe okay. 5.4k. I think one of our teammates made a move in the middle at the same time as our STB being over there, so their T57 heavy died really quick, which I wasn't anticipating. If I would have known that, then I might have stayed middle and not gone up the hill, because then I'm away from all the end game damage at the end. But yeah, we got 5.3, a couple blinds on this guy, which is cool. Yeah, I'm telling you guys, this tank is solid. It's really good. I just find it kind of boring to play, but it's especially good if you got this set up like with tier 3 experimental turbo. But I know that's really expensive, and most people are probably not going to have the bonds rotation mechanism, which is also super helpful. So with like standard equipment, the 57 heavy becomes quite a lot worse because of the gun. Alright, let's do another. Okay. So we get Empire's Border, Northwest Spawn, Tier 9, no arty. They got a mouse, which is cool, and an i7. Since I have 340 heat pen, he's juicy. One thing I should mention about peeking in the T57 heavy, when you're peeking a flat corner, a lot of people will be tempted to peek like this, and that's okay, but you're slow to reverse around the corner because you're not at like a more sideways angle. And also, let me turn straight here. Also, if you peek like this with a corner like this, then they can pen your lower plate. What I like to do a lot of the time is kind of over angle, so I'll be showing this, and then they'll obviously aim here where my track is, but then I'll just do a quick move, like as I'm turning back I'll just turn like that, and then they'll shoot my lower plate or upper plate and bounce. It's kind of hard to describe, so I probably should just show it in a training room or something, but I can't be asked to do that right now. But yeah, basically you're poking like this, they have a shot on this, so they're going to shoot it, and then at the last second as you're pulling into cover, you just turn like that, like reverse like that, and then they hit your upper plate or lower plate, and it's at a steep angle, so they bounce. It's kind of just like baiting them into shooting a spot where in half a second or a fraction of a second you make it unpennable, or at least hard to pen. And it kind of saves you, because if you just peek normally in this tank, it doesn't quite have the armor to really do anything about bouncing shots. Oh, he fucking gun blocked for his teammate. What a gentleman. And I bounced his cupola because I aimed slightly too low. Fuck. Again, this game sometimes just comes down to being a skill issue. Just gotta aim better, play better. It's not always about, you know, knowing all the strategies and whatnot. Sometimes you just gotta be better than them. Okay, at least we penned all our shots that time. It looks like we're winning this game by a lot. How are they not killing these guys? Hello, team. I'm gonna push through low, so if you pay attention, they don't have anything that is behind this guy, which is too much of a threat. They don't have a Yag Panzer. In fact, they basically have nothing at all. It's just like a mouse and an AMX, who I am more than willing to push into. So here I'm gonna go wide and just trade with this guy, because we're winning by a shitload. Damn, I should have aimed that better. This guy's in the open. I should have just shot this guy. That's a dumb shot. So you just miss out on a shot here and there, and then suddenly you go from, you know, 4K DPG to 4.5K, or I mean 4.5 to 4K or something. It's just how it works sometimes. Hopefully this guy doesn't shoot me. I need to keep up the pressure, because they're getting absolutely destroyed, and if I don't get in there quick enough, I'm not going to get anything out of it. These guys up top might almost die before I even get there, so I can get like one clip on them. That guy is all the way back there. How did you get that far away? Oh man, I wasn't quick enough. I didn't expect him to peek that, to be honest. Okay, now I go for the waffle. Their mouse is north. I just need to roll through this waffle. He might kill me. It's true. But if I get shot by him, I'm hoping my team will either kill him, I'll bounce him, or I'll be able to get into some kind of semi-cover. Because if I don't push this guy right now and I just hide and wait, all these guys are just going to go in front of me, first of all. But also our guys in the north are just going to kill everything. I don't know whether their TVP and mouse came back to base or their AMX 30. But I kind of assume even if they have come back to base, they're not going to be on this corner yet. And I don't maybe the mouse came back to like here or something. Nope, he's not even there. So I just need to push in. This is a very important thing to practice, is knowing when the game is just fucking ending and you need to just get in there. I'm gonna try to go straight so that I can get a better angle on this guy by being a little bit lower down, because I don't think I'll have shots on him under this bridge or whatever. Just gonna put one into this guy and save the rest of my shots so I can get more damage, hopefully on the mouse. I'm just gonna... I should have aimed for his turret. I aimed a little bit too low. I was trying to aim for his turret, but... Or I could have aimed for this, I guess. Anyway, I was afraid he was gonna die, so I shot early. It's a shame. If we didn't get tracked there, we would have got out all our shells with full damage, I think. But yeah, that was a complete stomp, but we reacted quickly, so we were able to trade our health away to get, you know, some more damage. And that's what this tank is really good for, is just trading one-on-one with people. If you can get a one-on-one trade, the T57 Heavy will out-trade them like 95% or like 90% of the time, unless it's like a 183 or something, or you bounce. Like, that's basically it. This guy got 6k. What a gamer. He's a GOAT player. Nice. Yeah, 5.4k, pretty solid. I'm pretty happy with that for this matchmaking. This thing is not too bad in steamrolls because its DPM is extremely high. 3,300 compared to like the 50Bs, what is it? 2,800. That's a huge boost in DPM, especially because you're an autoloader, so it's like a 500 damage boost in DPM, which is insane. So yeah, we end the session 5.5k average damage. Only 600 blocked, but that doesn't really matter. A lot of the games are steamrolls where I was just kind of driving in front of people sideways and shooting them, trading away my health. 500 assist, 100% victory rate. So yeah, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you all for watching. Not sure what the next tank will be. I'm kind of making like a bunch of videos in one day, so... but yeah, a couple episodes back I said, what tanks do you guys want to see? Probably tier 8 to tier 10. I'll just quickly scroll through this. You can just pause the video, look at whatever you want to see. I've made videos on a lot of these tanks already, but I might be willing to do some repeats. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.